Alrighty, let's try this again. I hate it when I do that. Not so much because it hurts, just because now I've got this thing in my way causing issues. Oh well, it is what it is, right? Alright, so these guys did not work out. They fit fine, it was not a big issue, but they were supposed to be angled. Here is our new piece, which has our rollers, and they're set up now at the correct angle. They have inset screws to bolt them down. So that's going to go in there like that, and that is going to be M12 screw, washer, and nylock through here. We'll have it down underneath there. No problems with that. I need to cut in the shoulders on this, which will then take this piece, and this will then tuck right up under there like that. This then will sit down into here, and then I've got this piece right here. It's more of a guide than anything. Now my only problem at this point is I'm trying to figure out, will this be okay like this, going in like this, or do I need a riser block? I think I am going to need a riser block under here. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to. Okay. But we'll figure out what size riser block and everything we need after we have some more assembly work done. In the meantime, the card in this camera currently only has about half an hour of empty space on it. The main card is being offloaded, so I think I'm going to turn around, dive into this immediately, and see if we can get some cuts done to get this sorted. Oh, I also need to round over these edges, these corners. Alright, so these two pieces need to come off. That'll be our first thing to get done. In the meantime, let's get a few things rolling here, huh? How about that? Make myself some room to work. So we're going to start. How are we going to start this? I think I'm going to start with this up like this. This should work good, actually. I think I'm going to grab both of them and put them in here together rather than waste a lot of time. All right. So weird angle to come at things from. All right, I want to use the back of my thumb as a guide. All right, you guys are going to be the death of me here. That's all there is to it. I'm going to move you guys over here a bit so that I have a little more room to work, I think. As I promptly launch a stand into my face. Get the metal shavings off of there. And I need a center punch so that I can do this. There's one. All right. These guys now go get drilled. Alrighty. Let's see here. We'll grab these guys. I need a file to real quick clean down the burrs. One at a time, guys. One at a time. There's one. There's two. All right. Let's see. I need this to go up in here, like so. Ow. There we go. I think that's the wrong one. I think I want this one. Yes? Yes. That's better. Okay. Of course. All right. Now that piece goes there. This piece comes over here. I think I may have it backwards. Did have it backwards. This is a M3 by 10 or an M3 by 12. This is an M3 by 12. So the 10s go away. Boom, give me an M3 by 12. All right. Now these are 12s, which are down in here. Put these guys away. Now, this right here will go right here. You know what I need to do first? I need to do something about these corners. That is a good way for somebody to get poked, get hurt. All right, let's see here. The video card is not done yet offloading completely. It's got about another hour to go, so I've only got a couple minutes left with which to work. In the meantime, off camera, I did some uninteresting things. I went ahead and carved this down so that we're ready to rock and roll with that. And I went and retrieved out a drill, and I pulled the drill bit that I've been using over on the drill press, got it out so that I am ready to go and do this. Now we're going to flush this, run this flush against the bottom like this, line it up on the center line like this, and oh, bouncy. This is going to be tricky. Now, I want this to sit in place while I get the other holes drilled. Come on, get. There we go. That's better. There we go. Now, Oh, come on, get in there. That's better. Hey, now that will sit right there. There's the missing one. Now, I need to set this. There we go. Now that'll hold in place while I drill these last two. Now, these guys can come out. I need to drill through so I can see where this has to go. There we go. Now, turn this over. And I'm going to grab... Ow, these guys are sharp. Brand new drill bits. All right, what do we got here? We got a hole right here. Yes. Boom. One. There's number two. There we go. All right. Okay. I might have sent something flying. We'll see. All right. I have two of these guys already here and ready to go. In. Two more of you. Come on. 3 and 4. Now, this side, our mounting block is effectively going to be our... Oh, I completely forgot to take off. There we go. Now, this side, the block acts as the washer, so we don't need to do anything about that. This side, however, clean out some of our stuffs here. Yeah, I do want washers on this side. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time I'm going to go with metal washers just because they happen to be what I have here and out. Alright, we'll get these guys out of the way. There goes that. All right, well, let's see if we can do this with a different camera, since I currently don't have memory storage in my GoPro for anything. Now, you can see down here what I've done. I've come through here and I've finished tearing out all the foam so that the so the nut and washer have something tight down to lay on. And this is 20 mils through, and this is just barely long enough to get into the nylon. Now that'll hold, so that's good, but it's not so long that it'll poke out. And I can come back later and I can make a plug of foam to stick in there, so it's a little extra protection. So in the meantime, we're going to take this. Get that down in right over. I guess it would help if I were using the correct hand for this. There goes that. Of course, part of this is trying to work through the view screen. Alright, so that's down in there. And we will tap that into place like that. And this guy's in, and we'll tap him into place. Now, get these guys threaded in like this, just so that they hold themselves and don't actually come out. Oops. Give them a few twists to get onto there. And then come in from underneath. Oopsies. Yeah, I don't want to knock anything off of there. So come in from underneath here, and I can just take a finger, press that down on there like that, and just turn it into place. Yes. And then come over here to this one. Wait, which one's turning? Oh, that's the one that's turning. There it is. Alright. Put that in. And that has those guys secured into place.
A few moments later.
Alright, the world is getting to be a slightly better place. I have, where we are right now is that we have a brand new video card, complete, ready for doing stuff. So, in the meantime, I've done a couple of things off camera. I'm going to dive in, show you what we've got going so that we can get the ball rolling on things, because we got to get moving. I will explain these in just a moment. What I have done here. All right. I have had a little mishap. These pieces are so thin, they have split. I think I need to do a redesign on them. But in the meantime, we're going to get these onto here and mount it down into here like so. And this is going to go roughly up about here. Now this so far is looking good, except it's smacking on this mount right here. I was kind of afraid this was going to happen, so what I need to do is I need to lift these pieces up about the thickness of this. So I have made some blocks. One will go in this side, one will go in this side. This one will go back under here. So once these are in place, this will be like this, and this will be a little more, actually, wait a minute. Ooh, maybe I don't need to take the bottom one off. Maybe this is just ready to go as it is. Maybe I just lucked out. Okay, washer on here. Oh, and this one splitting was not a fluke. This one also split, so I know I have a design flaw. I will have to dive in and redo those at some point. But in the meantime, okay, this I'm going to set aside for a minute. I'm not 100% certain that I'll be able to do without it just yet. Okay, there's that. Okay, there's that. Now that one's up there like that, and this one, there is like that. Yeah, definitely got to do some adjustments. And I'm going to have to figure out something here. These guide blocks are good for this, but I do have a problem in that these are going to be rattling loose. I need something to pack in there to get that going. Might be able to do something else. We'll see. In the meantime, I need to get going on making some holes. I've got hardware for mounting stuff. So let us get in and start rolling on doing this. We're going to take this guy and put him all right. Yeah. All right. That comes off, that comes off. This guy comes off. All right, get all the sawdust out. This guy comes off and comes over here. Now, because I've had to add more to this, the 20 mil that I have are not going to work. So we'll put them away. And instead, 2, 3, 4, I don't seem to have any 25s. So we're going to go up to 30s. Now, these are long enough. I'm pretty certain I'm going to have excess. I don't want to be poking anybody in the back, so we're going to go through from the bottom. Go in from the foam, I think. So we'll start that and a washer. You get to go right there. In a washer. Push all the way through, push all the way through. Now, just to get the ball rolling on this side. All right. That should hold those guys in place. Oops. Think got this guy backwards. Yep. There we go. All right, now we get tricky. Let's see here, best way to do this. Yeah. All right. I'm going to start with this guy. And I am going to put him right in there like that. And this is going to go right in here like so. Now, I need, these are going to need to go in like this. There we go. All right, this here is kind of a moment of truth. Woohoo! Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now, oh, something that I know I'm going to need to do here. All right. Just kind of fasten this down like this. All right. Well, this is, okay. Clamp. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now that can hold that. Now this is okay. This is a little on the loose side. I think I got a couple of, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to set this kind of at a diagonal so we can see here that what we now have, a couple of wings here, that when we push on them, that is, okay, that's going to need, okay. Now, linear actuators are going to go in, they're either going to go in across here like this, or they're going to go in here like this, where they will be pushing on themselves. When the whole thing comes up to size, that's going to be huge. And when they come down, try not to scissor my fingers off in the process, that comes down, and that comes down. That looks good like that. And these can, oh, careful, these will now be able to come back, oops, fold back like this, and at the same time they will be able to wing out if needed. Oh my goodness. This is what I want. This is what we're looking for. Okay, now. So far, we're looking good here. I need to make some decisions. This part needs to be re-engineered. The little piece down here at the bottom will need to be re-engineered. The washer in between, I'm going to thicken that up a little bit. Okay, technically that gets re-engineered as well, but it's just make it a little wider. Okay, now, more importantly, time to figure out a few things. Now, if I put this here, if we put the linear actuator down here and pin it here, that's not going to work. Part of the problem is we do have a jacket that this is going to be mounting through, which will cause a problem here as well. This will need to be a little bit bigger. The pass-through hole will need to be big enough. I want these to be big enough that the wings can just drop down into place. They can go through. There are zippered slots on the jacket. I want this piece here to be able to slot down through. Ooh. I want this piece to be able to slot down through here. Which might actually help me give me more room for the inserts here. So I got to make that a little bit bigger. I think this gets a little bigger all the way around, I think. Make it a little wider. We'll make it a little thicker this way so we don't split it. I also want, so I get a little more material here, a little more material here, and a little more material across the top here. Then I think we're going to be good. And at that point we have got a 2-inch actuator that if we put it in here and then goes up to 4 inches, that's almost a full thing. A 2-inch linear actuator, 2 inches of motion. I think I can find something. I think I can find that. So let me find something to write on. Notepad. All right, the goal. Now, there is something else that I want to see. The question has been asked. Let me find. It does not weigh much. Ah! Got it. I'm going to temporarily. Oops. Take this off of here. Set it here for the moment. Yes, and yes. All right, scale. Set you over here out of the way. Now, put this through strap. All right. Whoopsies. All right, you're going to be stubborn. We'll just hang you like this. How about that? 3.1 pounds. I have been wanting to keep this light because battery is going to have some weight to it for the actuators, and the wings themselves, the feathers, are going to have some weight to them because the feathers are going to be, I haven't quite figured out yet, some sort of wood dowel maybe, or maybe a straw. I haven't quite decided yet. If I can find straws the right length, I might be able to do that. All right. Now, get these guys off. Now, right off the bat, I know one thing I need to do is get these guys in here. And then all right, should give me right about here. Oh, where'd I put that clamp? That'll be good. All right. Actually, I think I want a different clamp on that. All right, that's not going anywhere now. That's good. This is, yeah, this is starting to look good. Now, I did this in this height because I've got one more issue to contend with. And that issue is that I don't know how long I need to make the feathers. The idea is that when the wings are folded back like this, they should almost reach the floor. Thinking 100 centimeters for the longest wings. cm for longest wings. Boom. Feathers. All right, I'll need to start templating the feathers next as well while I'm waiting for electronics to arrive. All right, re-engineer, reprint, figure out an inset. It's starting to look like something, but we got a long ways to go and I don't have a lot of time to work on it. I'm going to be doing a lot of the design work offline, off camera, just because I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. And since I'm still in the process of rebuilding my laptop, I don't have all the video software needed to do all the necessary capture and everything. So I'll do my best to get updates, show folks things as I'm working through it, and hopefully next time we sit down, we'll have a lot going on. We'll check you on the next video.